What's up, guys? Dr. Feelgood here, back again with another video prescription. And let's talk about the Xbox One X and Microsoft's E3 2017 press conference. Overall, I think their conference was good. They showed plenty of games, whether it be trailers and or gameplay. You can't fault them for that because to me, as a true gamer, it's all about the games. However, the Xbox One X reveal, me personally, I think this system is a waste of time. It is yet simply a generational upgrade. So let me go ahead and shut down the fanboys right now. This is not Microsoft's 9th generation console. This is a generational upgrade to the Xbox One. So we got the Xbox One, the Xbox One S, which I have, and then the Xbox One X coming later this year. Another way, to me, this is not a 9th generation console. First of all, it shares the same base name as the current console, Xbox One. All right. They didn't call this the Xbox 2 or the One 2. No. Another reason is that it looks almost identical in form factor to the Xbox One S. Yeah, albeit I believe it's a bit smaller, but even still, it's the same damn form factor. Who the hell makes a console that looks exactly like the last one? If it's a new generation, you don't. So let's get that out the way. This is not a 9th gen console. This is an 8.5 generation console. They essentially had the same idea as Sony, and they pulled the same move as Sony. Which lets me further know that the third-party developers and publishers are running these two companies. Simple as that. But let's move on. I'm sorry, but did they really show off another car reveal at E3? And this time they claimed it was a first. The only difference is this is the first time this car is being revealed to the public, but you done a car reveal at E3 before. You did it with the Ford GT a few years back, I believe. So let's not pretend you haven't done this before. You have. I mean, I give you points because it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of boring and mad at the same time. That may sound stupid to some of you guys, but it's the truth. Nothing special about that. Now, if you were letting gamers actually drive and get inside the car, that's something totally different. That's something that would appeal to the fans and would be very cool, very worthwhile. But I'm pretty sure this is not the case. I'm just saying. But yeah, this console does nothing new when compared to the other consoles in the family. It adds upscale 4K. Yes, upscaled. Because you watch the reveal, they say that this game is running natively in 4K. The game was not developed in 4K. So let's get that straight. It runs natively in 4K, but it's not developed in 4K. If the game was developed in 4K, it probably wouldn't run on the Xbox One or the Xbox One S. Yeah. It's being upscaled, people, so let's keep that out there. Let's go ahead and shut down this fanboyism. It's not running native 4K games. It's running them natively, but these games were not developed from the ground up in 4K. That's what native 4K really is. But moving on. As I mentioned earlier, I have an Xbox One S. So for me, this country holds virtually no appeal whatsoever. I'm probably one of the few gamers that doesn't give a damn about 4K because I know it's not widespread and it won't be for at least another 5 years. I mean, hell, look at 3D. The last two companies that supported 3D have just left the market, LG and Sony, earlier this year. 4K is going to happen eventually, but it's going to take a while, people, because it's very expensive. And for those that don't know, 720p isn't even the standard yet in media. It's not. There's still some standard definition, networks out there. So until 4K becomes standard in media, it won't become a standard in gaming. Just telling you. Next up, all this does to me is take the current Xbox One games and make them look better. It up-reses them. That's it. So now you're able to play Gears of War 4 in upscale 4K, but it does nothing new and innovative. Nothing. You're playing the same game except you get a few more details out of it. That's not going to change your gameplay experience. It's not. They're not adding new content. And to think, people are not even thinking about this. This is nothing new. If I buy a movie on Blu-ray, then I buy a movie on 4K Blu-ray, I'm not adding to the experience. I'm basically adding lines of resolution. I'm not missing out on anything from the Blu-ray, the regular version. I'm not. But anyway. And to the graphics whores out there, you do realize that better graphics or 4K upscaling is not a solution to poor animations. What am I referring to? That stiff as lifeless looking horse in the new Assassin's Creed game. Comparing that to say, Breath of the Wild, there is no comparison. There really isn't. The animation of the horse in Breath of the Wild is leagues beyond that one. This is not coming from a fanboy. This is coming from someone that's actually played the game and played other games that contain horses. There is no comparison. So graphics cannot fix poor animation. I mean, I like the fact that I can give credit to the fact that it will make current games, if not, up-res, then it will make them load a little faster. But even still, you're not adding anything to the gameplay experience. You're just not. Now, the other thing I want to mention is some of the games they showed. But before that, what is with this new term I saw throughout the conference known as console launch exclusives? I'm taking it to mean it's either going to launch either on Xbox One family consoles first, or it's going to launch on the consoles first and then be ported to Windows. No matter how you slice it, it's not an exclusive. Stop trying to find ways to make your non-exclusive content feel or seem exclusive. It's not. If it's not going to say only on Xbox One consoles, it's not exclusive. I'm sorry. If it's coming to PC later on or another console, it's not exclusive. I'm sorry. It's just not. Now, there were some games they showed that looked very, very fun to me. Very fun. But my issue is that the people in attendance, and I'm pretty sure a large bulk of the fans, didn't care for them. They did not care. I could tell. Like, for example, State of Decay 2 looks fun, but it's really just another dark, gritty shooter. And I also noticed a few frame rate issues, although not a big deal for me. But it's just another shooter. Another dark, gray, and or zombie shooter. That's it. We've had it before. Um, that Deep Rock Galactic game actually looks pretty damn interesting. However, the muddled applause of the crowd lets me know that game is more than likely going to flop. I liked it. It was interesting, but I don't think anyone else is going to care for it. And Anthem, EA's version of the Division or Ghost Recon, really? Look, it seems cool, but at the end of the day, it's just another third-person shooter. We've seen it before. They're trying to give us this open world feel, but at the end of the day, you're not doing anything different. So they took Crisis and they took Division and essentially put them together. More or less. Maybe not Crisis, but you get my drift. There's nothing special. There's nothing special there. And I can't recall, but I don't think that game is going to be exclusive. If it is exclusive, please let me know. But I don't think it will be. I really don't. The game, The Darwin Project, I'm actually very interested in that game. I really am. But once again, the crowd, I heard a few crickets. They may have did a little light clapping, but no one cared. No one cared. Now, here's something else I do not like. And various companies have done this. Would it be console makers or just third-party developers and publishers? But I hate when someone reveals a game and you have no idea what the premise is, the type or genre of game, or the style of gameplay. I can't stand that. What am I referring to? Life is Strange. Life is Strange, I'm actually interested in. It looks very interesting. It looks to be, heavily driven by the story. However, I do not know what type of gameplay it is. Is it a first-person shooter that just has third-person cutscenes? Is it a third-person shooter? Is it an action-adventure game? Is it going to be an RPG based in modern times? I don't know. What's the game about? Is it about day-to-day life? Kind of like The Sims? Is it about maybe some type of apocalypse, some type of dystopian world? We have no idea what type of game this is, what it's about, or the style of gameplay or the type of genre it's going to be in. We don't know. We don't know anything. You know what other game was like that? Upon reveal, I can mention two of them. They were revealed in years past the E3. Detroit, and also, what's that? Days Gone? Or, no, I'm sorry, Death Stranding. Seriously? We know nothing. They give us a trailer and that's it. They don't tell us anything more than that. And I think that is completely BS. It really is. But, yeah, overall, their conference was good. As I said, I'm not going to give a number because people take numbers and run with them. If I give it a 7, they'll say that that means it's bad because it's not a 9. No, so I say the conference was good. Do I care about the Xbox One X? No, I don't. I really, really don't. Me personally, I also personally believe the console is unnecessary completely. Any games that come out, I can also play on my Xbox One S. The only difference is you can play with an upscale 4K on your 4K TV, which also has an upscaler in it. Redundant. And for $500, you could keep that. I'm not saying it's not worth it, 'cause I'm pretty sure they put some nice tech in it. I mean, the thing has liquid cooling inside of it. So, yeah, I mean, I give it credit for that, but at the end of the day, $500 for a console that does the exact same thing mine does, with the exception of 4K. No, thank you. Even if it drops down to 200, not interested. It needs to do something that my console cannot do as far as gameplay wise. I'm still content playing standard definition games, progressive games in progressive scan, 480p, even 720p, because I don't care about the graphics. I care about the experience. So, no, not interested. I think it may gain more ground than the PS4 Pro, but I think overall it's still going to flop. And I just a little side note. I have to give credit to, I think it's Rare for Sea of Thieves. It looks pretty fun. It still looks like a fun game to me. I'm still relatively interested in it. I'm hoping it's not just completely dependent on online play, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I just think this console is a big waste of time. Knowing that my Xbox One S right now has 4K Blu-ray playback. I don't even have a 4K Blu-ray at this moment at all. I don't care to buy them. Because if you are really smart and you are tech savvy, you would know that most of the 4K Blu-rays that are released today, a lot of them are actually just upscaled 1080p Blu-rays. Yeah. They just putting a 4K banner on them and charging you more for them, but that's it. Same damn movie. But anyway, that's all I have to say about it thus far. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. And as I always say, keep it gaming.